What's up guys, another military content video. Instagram's in the link below, DonnieKlein_. I've been answering questions there, so go follow my Instagram. So, picking orders in the Navy. It's relatively simple, but I'm sure you're dying to know because the number one thing I cared about when I joined the Navy was where I was gonna get stationed. And so far, I've gotten both of the places I wanted, so I'm very lucky because it normally doesn't happen like that. But let's break down into it. So, if you are anything like a PAC seaman or your A school's like, you know, pretty much just a training and bam, you're out in the fleet, you're gonna get assigned a duty station while you're in boot camp. You can put in a dream sheet, but it's most likely just gonna be assigned for you. Also, kind of the same thing if your A school is extremely short. If your A school is extremely short, I've been told that even though you make a dream sheet, it's probably not gonna have that much input on where you're going. Myself, on the other hand, my A school is like 5 months and then, you know, additional training, so and so months. So ours was based off a dream sheet and then GPA. So when you're in A school, it will benefit you to have the higher GPA in your class so that you will get to pick orders first. Does it work like that for every A school? No, but most A schools try to base it off that. If you have fleet returnees in your A school, which means people who have been to the fleet and they're coming back for additional training, they're gonna get to pick first. And then if there's multiple fleet returnees, based off their GPA. So that's pretty much A school picking, is writing what you want down on a piece of paper, turning that in, and then hopefully you get it. But once you're out to the fleet, it's a lot easier, and let me explain it to you. So there's this thing called CMS ID, and basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna go on it, you're gonna say my duty preferences, you're gonna log in with your CAT card, and you're gonna set your preferences on location on where you wanna go. Then, when you get in your 9-month window from when you're ready to PCS out of your first command or your second command, whatever, they open up and they say all these billets for your job title. So let's base this off me. So I'm a corpsman, so I would go to HM and all the HM billets will pop up. Now NECs, C schools will also pop up. So there's certain billets that are restricted just for those NECs. So if you don't have an NEC, go ahead and go to the options and then you can exclude all NECs, or if you do have an NEC, pick the NEC and the billets will populate for that. A good rule of thumb is you're allowed to go 1 up and 1 down unless your rating is extremely overmanned, because I know for my rating, we were only allowed to do your current pay grade. So I could only look at E4 billets, right? Whereas opposed to some ratings could look at E3, E4, and E5 and pick from that. Now there's C and shore rotations. If you're coming from a C command, it would benefit you to pick a shore command. Well, actually it'd probably benefit you more to go back to back C. But to not mess up rotation, you're most likely gonna get a shore duty off of a C duty and vice versa. So don't waste a pick going from shore duty back to shore duty, because it's not likely to happen unless your rate's a shore duty incentive, but still not likely to happen. Depending on what rotation you are, just like the NECs, you put in the options and it will filter a bunch of categories. It will say the location and the duty title. This is excluding special duty programs. But if you're to the point where you can, you know, pick to be a recruiter, pick to be a career counselor, a drug counselor, you probably know all about CMS ID. This video is more or less for the people that are just coming to the Navy. So you can pick 5 choices, right? You're on your 9-month window, pick 5 choices. It's sent off to the detailer. Wait till next month and they'll have a schedule on when CMS is posting details. So you go to it and you see you haven't been selected for any of your orders. What do? Select a new 5, which is gonna be a whole new list to pick from each month. Select a new 5 on your 8th month window. Same thing for your 7th month if you don't pick up, and most likely when you get around to your 6th month, you become needs of the Navy, which is pretty much, doesn't really matter what's on your dream sheet. Bam, here you go, here's some orders. Now, tip to the wise, call your detailer. It's probably gonna annoy them, but I mean, it's their job to talk to you, explain stuff to you, explain to them, be like, hey, I really want this. And of course they could be like, too bad, sucks to suck. But sometimes it doesn't work out like that. I know me, I got the orders I wanted. I'm now in California, as opposed to my buddies who didn't call their detailer, didn't email their detailer, didn't put any initiative besides just, here, I want these places, right? But that's how you pick orders in the Navy. If you're lucky to get somewhere you want, kudos to you. And if you don't get somewhere you want, just stick it out, because this isn't a fact, but I mean, it's a general understanding. If you have like really horrible billets, normally the detailer will hook you up the next time. So if you have like, you know, like back-to-back Iraq deployment, notice that you're, you know, stuck in Cuba, and then you go to Great Lakes, and then you go to like, you know, just all around stuff that aren't favorable, Normally they might hook you up afterwards. That's also not a guarantee. So this helped you at all, leave a like, save it to your favorites, so once you are in the Navy, you are eligible to pick orders. This might help you kind of decide what you're gonna do.